Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we're going to be talking about Kingdomino Duel. But before we do, let's get into our pounds and inches segment. This is the part of the review where we tell you what we're doing to try and achieve better health in our lives. And as some of you might agree, health is more than just your body. We believe that health is an all-encompassing thing, including our minds. And I was recently talking to a health professional who was telling me about some breathing exercises. And she was telling me that if you struggle with anxiety or panic attacks, it's good to practice these things before you have a panic attack, so that way when you do, you can use it. Because if you don't practice it when you are stressed out, you're focused on, oh no, I'm not breathing right, and it's just not natural. So really quickly, guys, we're going to practice it together.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to do it too.
All right.
So what you do is you take a deep breath. You hold it for you take a deep breath for 4 seconds, you hold it for 6 seconds, and then you breathe out for 8 seconds. And a tip, make sure your shoulders don't rise. You want the air to be going into your stomach. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, let's go. And as you can see, both of our shoulders rose. We still need to practice.
It was riveting TV to watch. I'm sure.
But now that we're all calmed down,
Ryan and Bethany breathing exercises reviews.
let's talk about Kingdomino Duel.
All right, so Kingdomino Duel. This is the roll and write version of Kingdomino. So let's take a look at what that might look like. In Kingdomino Duel, on your turn, whoever's turn it is, they roll the dice. They're going to select one of those two dice. The other player is going to select two of their choice, and then the first player is going to get whatever's left over. You're going to combine those to make one kind of domino. Once you have your domino selected, you color it in on your score pad. Similar to the game of Kingdomino, or I guess in dominoes in general, when you add a tile, or in this case, a pair of dice making a tile, you have to make sure that it's connected by way of the symbols. So, for instance, if you wanted to place this, you'd either need to connect it to, a single dot shield, a double line shield, or that center castle, which is kind of your starting place. The scoring is simple. You basically take the amount of symbols that you have grouped together, and you multiply that times the amount of X's that are in that grouping. So if you have five squares that have that double line shield in it, and there's 2 X's within that section, you're going to get a total of 10 points for that particular grouping. You also have this kind of pad with the wizard powers that you can select as well. When you get certain symbols, and as long as they don't have that X, that scoring X involved with them, you get to cross off one of these symbols. Once you have the red value crossed off on one of the score pads, you get to immediately do one of those actions. So you might be able to place a tile that does not match up, or you can separate your tile into 2 different spots. You can be the first one to select the 2 dice if it's on your turn. The bottom 2 ones, however, those are harder to get, but they involve scoring. So this one, for instance, you get to add one of those X's anywhere on the board, which would be very powerful and get you a lot of points. At the end of the game, you add up each one of those categories, you total it up, and whoever has the most points wins.
So the first thing I noticed about this game was how the placement of that is exactly the same as Kingdomino Duel. So where you're able to place on your little player mat is exactly the same concept of what you can and can't do. So I really liked how they took that concept and put it into this roll and write.
I really like that the special abilities that you can get in this game, all those kind of abilities that you unlock by having a certain amount of symbols, those add a lot of funness. Funness, that's not a word.
Funness.
It adds a lot of fun to the game and a lot of kind of a race to see who can get what thing, and you might draft certain symbols that might not even help you necessarily for your scoring, but you want that power. I like that part of the game.
I do like the dice and how the symbols are very clearly labeled on there. It's not like you're going to mistake what you think you're drawing down. But I like big chunky dice, and they are big chunky dice.
The score pads are really nice. They kind of show you really easily what abilities you've unlocked. On your personal board, they show you the scoring right there on them. They work really well. But one thing that seemed a little bit weird to me is how, on the one side of the board, you have, your player boards. You use 2 of those per game. But then the shared side of the page, you only have 1 of those per game. So you're going to go through those at twice the rate. So there's going to be the situation at the end of when you're through the pad, you're going to have a whole bunch of leftovers of that one shared page, and you're going to be completely out of the pages that you need for your own thing. So I guess I would recommend maybe laminating this. That way you can kind of use a dry erase board, or make photocopies of it or something like that, so that way you have more of those pages to go around.
My only real complaint about this game is 100% user error. I do not know why, but so many times I write the wrong things down and then I'm trying to like cross it off or indicate I didn't really do that, but I'm going to do it later. So how am I going to know that's actually what I want? And I just wish there was some way for that to not happen, whether it be me just doing it correctly or it being, a dry erase board. But yeah, that's kind of on me. But overall, I really did enjoy this game. I mean, you could play the whole game in this box if you take the insert out. So I really like how this is a really nice travel-friendly game. And I love boxes like that. I'm a sucker for it. I really am a sucker for boxes like that. But really, you can travel with this game. You can get a quick, fast, real game in. And that's a huge positive.
Yeah, this is a game. I love Kingdomino, so I was really excited to give Kingdomino Duel a try. Even though I'm not a huge fan of roll and write games, this was still a lot of fun, and I do recommend it. It's going to stay in our collection for a while.
All right, well, if you want to see our reviews as they come out, subscribe to our channel. If you liked what you saw today, hit that like button. And if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can under Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. You can always talk to us on Twitter under Ryan and Bethany 1. If you want to see pictures of the games we're currently playing, follow us on Instagram under Ryan and Bethany. And then lastly, if you'd like to see a kind of behind the scenes of how we're trying to achieve better health in our life, follow our blog on Board Game Geek under Pounds and Inches.
All right, well, thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.